Hey y'all, it's Megan. I'm the careers editor at the flightattendantlife.com, and today this is probably one of the most important videos that I'm going to be recording because today I am discussing what the STAR format is and what it stands for. So what the heck is STAR? Why do I keep referring to it in all these videos? STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, and Result. This is a way of answering behavioral-based questions, and it's a common interviewing technique used by almost, if not all, airlines because it allows interviewers to gather all of the relevant information about a specific experience and helps the employer gauge how you reacted in a given situation, and in that situation, they can determine how you might respond in the future. So let's break down STAR. What does situation, task, and action result actually mean? So in the situation portion of your answer, you should be describing the situation or challenge that you recently found yourself in. So that's S. T stands for task. What did you have to accomplish in this situation that you just described? A is for action. Action. Please describe the action that you took to accomplish the task that you just described in the situation that you just described. And R is for result. This is the most important part. This is where the interviewer wants you to provide the outcome of the situation. How did you accomplish your task? Did you accomplish it? And how did others respond when you accomplished it? This last step is extremely important because this will show what you have learned from the experience and how you'll bring those lessons in a constructive way from the work that you have been doing into the work that you will be doing with the airline. Okay, so next I'm going to go over a couple of example STAR question or questions that you would answer in a STAR format. You can easily Google this. This is a widely talked about topic on the internet. And these are just a few questions I have found. Again, my disclaimer is that I have not actually come across these in any airline interviews, so don't think that I'm giving you any answers or questions. But I just want to give you a couple of examples so you kind of know what a behavioral-based question sounds like, and these are the kinds of questions that you would answer in the STAR format. So my first question that I found is, tell me about a time that you took a leadership role. So you would need to describe the situation, the task, the action, and the result in which a time that you took a leadership role. The next question I found is, tell me about a time that you provided an excellent customer service. Extremely important question because first and foremost, the flight attendant job is safety, but the next biggest thing is you are the face of the airline. That's why you have to look nice. That's why you have to be nice. That's why you are there. So, important question, please describe a time that you provided excellent customer service. Third question I found online, tell me about a situation where you had to inspire a team. Another very important question because airlines are all about teamwork. If you can't do teamwork, this might not be the job for you. So, tell about a time that you had to inspire a team. The fourth question, how do you handle a challenge? Please give me an example of how you handle a challenge. Again, another important question because you will face many challenges in the flight attendant life. You'll see when you become a flight attendant. The fifth question I found is, what do you do if you disagree with somebody at work? Another important question because in the teamwork environment, you definitely will have your disagreements with fellow team members, crew members. So, the sixth question I found online is, please give me a specific example of a time when you had to conform to a policy with which you did not agree. Tread lightly in these questions because you don't want to spin yourself into a negative light. Definitely put a positive light on all of your answers. It's really important. But these are all extremely relevant questions that you may find in an airline interview. So I wanted to give you an example of what STAR might sound like when you're describing it to a potential employer. I am using one of my own examples. So the question I posed for myself is, please name a time when a coworker was being unfair or dishonest. So my situation I would use for this example, for this question is when I was in college, I was a server for several years. That's how I put myself through school. And I worked in a very small restaurant with a tight-knit group of servers, and I was the new girl and I had absolutely no experience. And so there was kind of this head server that didn't really like me too much because she had been there for a very long time. She knew what she was doing and she didn't really like newcomers. So the task that I was faced with was I wanted to earn her respect, and if I could become her friend, that would be great, but definitely just at least earn her respect. The action I took is I got into enough conversations with her. I took her constructive criticism. I showed enough respect for her knowledge of the job. And eventually the result was that we became friends. By the time I graduated college, we were actually pretty good friends. So the way that I posed my answer is I listed it out STAR. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it in a more conversational way. Which, if I was to put it in a more conversational way, it would kind of sound like this. When I started serving in college, there was a woman who was the head server at the restaurant that I started working at, and I had no experience. I was absolutely clueless, and she didn't really like newcomers. So I definitely wanted to get on her good side and earn her respect. So I took her constructive criticism and I showed her enough respect of her knowledge of the job, and eventually she came to like me, and we became really good friends by the end of college. So that's a more conversational way of answering a question in a STAR format, and that is my example. And so STAR format is very, very important. Again, please Google your own questions, come up with your own answers. Don't sound rehearsed. I might have sounded a little rehearsed because I haven't done this in a bit, but that's the STAR format. Very, very important. Please be prepared with STAR format for the phone interview, the video interview, and the face-to-face portion of your flight attendant interview process. Do not overlook this. Again, this is probably one of the most important videos I have recorded so far. So good luck, prepare, and yeah, good luck, flight attendant hopefuls.